Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're going to be playing some more Factorio. This is the series where I'm playing through vanilla. I think my mic's in shot. Just 1 second. Oh yeah. Yes, we're playing through vanilla version 2 without Space Age. I just need to set up all my chats, get all that set up properly. Cool. That's correct there. Excellent. Superb. Good stuff. Yes, version 2.0 without any of the, Space Age stuff. So, it's not Space Age itself, nor elevated rails or quality or anything like that. Might add 1 or 2 of those in, but we are just playing through vanilla Factorio with the main aim of kind of learning all the parameterisation and that sort of stuff. We appear to have done a reset. Oh, we've done personal robotic ports, have we? If we could grab some steel, then we can actually... don't know why there's a random bit about there. And we could do that, and then we could maybe build one, if we haven't already, which I don't think we have. So we've got them... We've got shields. I don't think I've unlocked... Let's do legs there as well, and roboports. I've not unlocked lasers, have I? So, if we also put that on, and I need to build 2 more. Awesome sauce. Cool. So, yes, I'll be honest, I've actually played quite a lot of Factorio this week, because I'm trying to work on this challenge that I'm trying to do. It's blooming hard, to be totally frank. It's, not the challenge itself. I haven't really got to that being difficult yet. I think it's going to be. But it's like doing it in a way that is... Or coming up with a challenge even that's actually interesting. I think I've got something, but it's a bit complicated. So yeah, so I have played a lot of Factorio. So I played... finished off Industria. Actually finished a game. So I've been doing quite a lot of gaming this week, which has been good. Especially as last week, I think I was saying on this stream, I wasn't sure whether something was going to go extremely pear-shaped and I'd have a disastrous week, but it didn't. So that was good. I'm just trying to look at what I've got. So it looks like I've got a good chunk of stuff apart from pipes. Okay. So yes, we need to put some things on there, but what we want to do is we want to logic that up. Probably want the same sort of idea there. No. Want enable disable. I forgot to set that, didn't I? No, we need to connect it to... Wait. That's a circuit network, isn't it? I don't want that at all anyway. So let's do that again. What do I want? I want to say... Yeah, we need to read the robo statistics, don't we? That's right. I've played this game before. So we're coming in with a circuit network, and we're saying turn on if there are less than... So if number of bots... which I'm going to completely the wrong place for. There we go. Construction bots is less than... Oh, no, it's not. That's not how I do it, is it? So I say... available bots X. That's it. It's X that should be. X less than 50. So if there's no available construction bots, we need to read RoboStats. There we go. Since they fiddle about with some of these, and I just sort of forget. It's like, because they change the icon style, and it's like. It just becomes a little bit confusing. You're just so used to something. So, that's Loggybots though, X. We want construction bots. Z. So, I can just copy that over, I guess. To there. Shouldn't come through, but there is somebody... Oh, yeah, we did... So that should be okay, because that's Loggybots, isn't it? Loggybots, yeah. And Z is what we want here. I haven't got any of them because this one's stealing all of the very small number of electric engine, robot frames were wicked, which is fine. We just want it to chug away, and we prefer loggy bots anyway, I think. Although I'm sorry, I've got 10, have I? Okay. Cool. So that gets us a bot network kind of starting to appear. We'll probably just leave it for a little bit so that it can build some stuff, some bots. I am a bit confused, as I say, because I don't know. Oh, they tweaked this further. This is a literal change, like on Friday, I think it was. So you can now drag these, which is really useful. You can say, yeah, that's the one I want to do first, or do that one first. Cool. They've added something else as well. I can't remember what else it was. I also can't remember where we are. As I've said several times. So, do we now have we done military? We've done military 2, by the looks of things, or whatever it is, 4 or 3 or something. We've got speeds and what have you. That's always worth doing. But we've not unlocked any explosive anything. Okay. It's a rail world, isn't it? Yeah, I remember now. On my other one, I'm like prioritising military stuff because of the challenge that it's doing. So I've kind of done all of this basically, and I've only done similar sort of number of hours really. The military stuff, that is. I guess we could do things like lasers and stuff. I'm more tempted, if I'm honest, to get the level 2 modules on the game, but we haven't done a single one of them. That's not very good, is it? Let's pop that down there. We could probably do this. That's expensive. But yeah, we just need to chug through really. Is that that's power armor, isn't it? Rather modular. Okie dokie. Lasers. Shall we get open lasers? I'm more tempted to go down the explosives route at this moment because that gets us tankies. Tankies for the memory. Cool. So, is there anything we haven't built that we need to? We've got, and we could also do a restock while we're going. I guess. Have we got shotgun shells? We've got shotgun shells. We've not unlocked the level 2, have we? There. Armor piercing. No. Ooh, I see them and think they're moving slowly, but they just are slow. So we've got long-handed inserters. Are we at a stage where I could maybe say we will just do fast ones, maybe? Possibly. And you probably could do with an upgrade anyway, to make that more kind of speedy. We'll leave the long-handed one though. I've moved on from yellow ammo by the looks of things. That's good. We have some turrets. I've got 50s. That's fine. Do I have some engines? I assume I built a car. I seem to remember crashing a car and destroying it, but I don't know if that's this game or not. We've got, yeah, a whole load of them. Are we still... No, we're not using wooden power poles at all, are we? So, what we could do is kind of disconnect that and that. And then it won't make any more, but we can chuck them in. And what about lights? We've got a few more lights needed. What is the power situation? Have we got we've got a little bit of solar. Have we got any? Oh, we've got accumulators as well. Okay, so maybe we need to go and limit that one when we get a few more accumulators around there. We've got some of those. What about pumps? Got lots of drills. What is the resource situation? We've got a single back and forth oil. Okay. I think I was going to build little smelting things there, wasn't I? Which is why I've tagged that copper. Because we're quite low on copper. Not too bad on iron. And coal's not great, really. Have we got any coal? I've got one marked. Where is that? Oh, right. It's right there. Cool. Okay. I've got pump jacks on me, so that's okay. They've got both stacks of them. I've already got them. What about radars? We've got radars. A couple of bits of wall knocking about. I might just bump that up if we're going to be doing outposts. It feels like it's like an outposty situation, which is, I seem to remember saying that at the end of the stream last time. Let's make sure we've got pipes, because pipes... Whoops. Click the wrong thing back. We've got some chests, but also... Can we... Oh, we've now got storage chests. This is good news. This is good news. We like this news. Get rid of them. And then we do need still some undies. Bosh de bosh. Have I picked up? Yeah, I got stacks of... What I do need to do, don't I, is set up something... Yeah, that was it. I was wondering about the trains because of whether we're gonna dive in now and try and do a stacker and prioritization and work all that out now, or if we're gonna kind of build a bit further, maybe get bots to a stage where they're in a healthier place. How much? I've got 50 of that on me. Haven't got any of them, so that's okay. Do we have any? No, I have not got any chemical labs though. We need them. So let's maybe add a bit of solar in as well, and perhaps could I grab all of those? I probably could. Like that. I could take a full stack of them now. Great. I don't think I put... Or did I? I think I did actually on this, didn't I? Yes, so we have flamers on there. Excellent. Excellent. Have we got... We've got combat robots on us already. Let's just top that one up. I was going to ask where the quality ones were then. We're not doing quality in this. I've already said that. So those are batteries. We've got some batteries. That's fine. Let's grab some accumulate. Oh, I have not got room for them. Okay. Can I maybe get rid of those? Like that. So let's go and do that thing first. I don't suppose we've built any construction bots, have we now? No. We might as well kind of top that off. Right, so let's put in a whole bunch more solar. I'm running this direction and the solar's in the opposite direction. Let's do this bit first. We'll cap off the power side of things for coal, just so we're not unnecessarily burning it, since we've got a load of accumulators sat around accumulating. Where are we going to put you? We put you there. Put wire on there. And say only enable if A, I remember that signal, goes less than... What, 20 maybe? 20%? Cool. So, it should rely more on solar. We have some mining drills that have run out there. Okay, interesting. Cool. And we've got a red and green... Oh, I remember. Yeah, it was this all sort of messed together sciencey thing here, wasn't it? Okay. 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 Bots are trying to do their thing, but I think I might turn them off because they're so slow. It's just quicker for me to do it. Okay, how many of how many does that get us? If we've got 175 and 300, okay. We will put in a radar here. Boop. We will not walk into the radar. And then if I do... How have I done that? I've done like a gap there. I think I've just chucked it in, haven't I, basically? Wait. Those are on different thingies. Different scales, basically. So, if I go map view, copy, paste, I've left a gap there to run down. which is kind of pointless, but there you go. Cool. I think we're a bit short on accumulators, so we'll focus on them first. See how many we can build in. And then, oops. Get some of those trees. Oh, crikey. Thank you very much for the follow, Mohammed Yusuf. Well done. Well done. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good day. Well done. Strange thing to say. Oops. Yes, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Cool. So, in fact, we might as well. Can we queue up bot speedies? Because there's like no point. Well, we're right for logistics, but it's not really any point using them until you get to like level 3. You know, like level 3 speed. It's just quicker for me to do everything. Cool. Right. Yes. I'm adding this on as well because obviously if we start introducing a bot network, we're suddenly going to get a lot more power demand. So we might as well beef this up a bit. We've run out there. Okay. Now, how many... Oh, I've got loads of solar panels. A bit useless without lots of accumulators, though. Okay, so that was like 300 or something. 1, 2, 3, 400. Crikey. What have we got there, then? How much? That's 200. Wow. So maybe if we... Oh, what have I copied accidentally there? Maybe if we chuck this in, you know, just do these ones, like so. Why does that feel like I've not put that? Could go one over, couldn't it? But let's just leave it. Cool. Might run out of power poles before we run out of accumulators, I think. Solar panels. One of the things that has been a bit weird with this is, you know, because obviously they've stopped doing the Friday facts. But they're clearly still doing quite a bit of stuff. There's sort of... not that I'd expect them not to be, but they're like tweaking on features rather than... I was sort of expecting it be almost exclusively bug fixes until they did 2.1, but they seem to be putting bits and pieces in. It's like they removed a whole load of like recycling recipes that were essentially redundant. So there was like a recycling recipe for green wire and red wire, and of course green wire and red wire are now... You just get them on your hotwire. You don't actually make them anymore. So you know they're sort of going through tidying things up, I guess, and doing stuff like that. Which, say, I was sort of assuming a lot of that stuff would come, you know, when they did the 2.1. I'll have to. It's been a weird day today. I've not really achieved anything. Which is, you know, I was kind of not intending to achieve anything, but I should work a bit more on my what I want in 2.1 video. Trouble is, it's enormous. The script is like pages and pages and pages and pages of just like bullet points and notes and ideas and stuff. It's like, I think most of it actually is probably what I'd want mods to do. I suspect quite a few mods already do them. Just not been keeping up, you know. Cool, so we get these in. That should nearly, like, well, it's doubled our accumulator capacity, I think. Oh, too long a scale. Yeah, so we've gone from 735 up to 1.6. So we've got double the accumulator power. We've got more than double solar, which is a bit of a waste because you don't really need excess solar other than what you can stick in your accumulators. I was gonna also, I did do them. Okay, so I'll pop them in. So keep that charged. Where are the solar panels? They're down here somewhere, weren't they? Yeah, here we go. Cool. So that should proof us a bit for building. Why are you stopped? Green circuits, eh? Green circuits. There's not like a solid. I never put in the extra green circuits, didn't I? Look. It's still that original thing. Okay. So. So we kind of need to let it just sort of build bots. Which it's not going to do quickly. Did we just do the speed too? No, we did efficiency too. Can we do that one first? Where did they go? Speed 2. What are you made from? Blue circuits. Have we made any blue circuits? We haven't, have we? They're like next to job. Bit chicken and egg that, because I'd quite like to stick some level 2s in here. I wonder, can I build some beacons? Or isn't effect transmission a separate technology that's locked behind like purple or something? I always forget. I think I just assume when you do, yeah, it is separate. Yeah, so I'd need purple for that. Okay. I could stick in a second robot frames. Add them on. I mean, might as well, I guess. Not going to hurt anything, is it? It's just it needs batteries, you see, so it's a lot of rigmarole just to stick in a second one of them. Oh, go on. Let's do it like this, though. If we go like that, and then we flip that. So we'll just reuse that engines. And then we can get rid of the things that are ghosted, because... Oh. That was in the way, wasn't it? In fact, why is that even there? I don't really need more engines in a box, do I? Let's see now. So put that in. Get rid of that and that. And build these. And that there. And that's going the wrong way, isn't it? That needs to go that way. Like so. Put your power poles in. Ah, no, we don't want that one there. What's that? That's connecting to... Okay. So put that on that side. How would we get around that with a pipe then? Because I need that to be there. How about we just sort of rearrange things, really? So we go to... That's going to cause me a problem with connecting that, though, isn't it? Oh well. We'll have to work around that, I think. So we go there. And then we do that pipe down there and that one down there. And that gets them both loop. We need to put those in. You will have everything. So why are you not doing anything? Oh, because there's no inserter. They're all working. I just need to find a way of putting them into this. So we could, what could we do? Well, why don't we just hop over? Oops. Here. Because we can't. If we go like that, then some idiots put a roboport in the way. Okay. Who put that there, eh? Oh, it's not them I need to do anyway, is it? It's these. That's okay then. So if we go there... Why have you not made any? Because you haven't got green circuits, because I took the inserter out. Okay. And like that, and then... Because I want to basically just stick them in there. In fact, why don't I go over the top? Because it's on the wrong side as well. There we go. And then like that, and then like that. It's not massive. I mean, it's doubling, but it's not going to be massively more productive. Cool. So I see the tank finishing. That's good. We won't have any explosives, will we? Oops. We won't have any explosives. And I like exploding things. Right. Yeah, we need loads more green circuits. As you do. Okay. I didn't put all those solar panels back, did I? Because I'm an idiot. Put them in there. Put them in there. There we go. Right. So I've unlocked explosives now. And that lets us do, presumably... Oh no, landmines is a separate tech, isn't it? But we'll be able to do tank shells. Should we put landmines on? Not going to be that useful, I don't think, in this, but might as well have them. Could have explosives, always good to have. And I guess rocketry. And then maybe we leave it chugging on. I should do concrete, really, so I'm set up for that. Although I think I am producing plenty of blue potions in this, aren't I? It's the other one where I'm not doing enough. Okay. What's the plan here then? The plan really is to get a tank. But if we wanted to... So we got sulfur there. Now is that's just coming up from there, isn't it? Okay. That's not a bad thing. Could we maybe build, you know, like some explosives there and then use... Kind of depends on what's going on here, doesn't it? Let's set this up. As well then. So you'd have... Because these, I had to move these over, didn't I, to fit it in. So it would be better if we kind of restored a bit of order, I think. Not order, regularity, whatever the better term is. Cool. So, I think in this I do have... Here we go. I do have a thing, don't I? Right, so... Explosives don't use... liquids, do they? Or do they use water? They do use water, okay. But they are made in chemical plant, but I'm going to have to fit them in somehow. I don't know that I need to... I should put them in a box, really, because... I'm sure we'll have to order them in at some point. You know, for artillery or something. But I'm just thinking if I put, say, you know, one there and one there, then when we get shells, we could have them be made there. But then I'm messing with the thing again, aren't I? So if we move all this down and... Oh, look, a bot doing a thing. You've not got anywhere to put that, my lad. Have you? You've not got anywhere to put that. Looks like we've made some construction bots there. That's good. How about we just have a little thing here temporarily, since we've got a nice little gap. In case some construction bots do decide they want to do some constructing. The wrong thing is we run the sulfur up here, and I somehow work it into this something here, but I don't quite know how I'm going to do that. I guess I could work it around the red circuits, and we can do red undergrounds, can't we? I'm not sure I should be doing it. Why am I doing trying to do an entire lane of red circuits? It's way over the top. And we've only got half a lane of green circuits. But, I mean, it would take quite a lot of cleaning to get that sorted out, though. I guess I could set it so that it slowly cleans itself up. So basically, if we just put one there, then it'll start going down only one side of the belt. But it'll take a while. Okay. So what I'm thinking now is we use... which one is it? No. Where's the... oh, no. Where's the... Oh, have I not got an extra one in this? Okay. I've got that. And that's it? Okay. Oh. And of course I haven't got them in there. That's annoying. Yeah, okay. So, if we do that, and then the right one will be... Oh, they just finished, haven't they? Cannon shells. Regular ones, I think. And then the left one we would delete. Because we actually want this the other way around. Like so. And then we put this in. And they'll go that way. And then this, effectively, we can copy there. But that'll be explosive shells, which, unlike all other explosive things in the game, you just make, you know, directly, as it were. You don't take something and make an explosive version of it for some reason. Okay. Yeah, so we need to get water here. Pipe is in the way. Pipe is what I'm trying to build. So this would need steel, plastic, and explosive. We get the explosive from there. But we need both coal and sulfur. And we've got red. We haven't got red. I haven't. Let's just make a tank. Explosives as well. And they're explosives and steel. Okay. I think I might be better if I just extend this, you know, so it's like that. And then I can basically bring the coal and sulfur up on that line. I have to clear all this rubbish off though. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. So what we need to do here, where is the coal? All the way over there. Okay. Did I ever bring a coal train in? I didn't on this, did I? No, I identified it. But we never actually set it up, did we? Okay. This might become the outposting episode, I think. Or, I guess, not quite outposts. They're a bit too close to that, but... let's go across there. Nope. Like so. Up there. And now I'm going to have to do something very weird. Where I take this all the way around. Super spaghetti style. Then we need to stop this from... Or rather just make it so that only the sulfur comes up. And... Well, that's not a bad place for that to go up, is it, really? So we do that. And then I guess just hop over there. Or better if it was like that, really, wouldn't it? Cool. And now it's nice and easy for me to just grab both of those there. It's going to make getting this in here tricky because the steel is at the top. But we can solve that problem. We never connected the water up. Where is the water? The water's... Ah. That's some unfortunate positioning, isn't it? Across here. Connect that. And there too. That's some explosive being made, but we need steel and plastic, which is why I wanted to clear this red circuit lane down, because it would be better if plastic was going onto that as well. But I say that's an awful lot of junk to clear off that belt. That's annoying. Okay, that's just going to be a bite the bullet, aren't I? I wonder why I did it as both sides. I mean, I wasn't thinking, I guess. But look at all of this. Crikey. Biddly bob. Just go and put it in there. I think I'm gonna whack in one here. It's not making a lot of difference, is it? Yeah, let's put it in the blue science. Oh, that's a point. That will now be taking plastic down there. It should be like that. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. So put it in the science machines. Hello, hello, cool. How are you doing? So, how are the videos coming along? Not too bad. I was saying earlier on, I've been a bit sort of lazy today. I was thought I was doing quite well last week. We're doing that, you know, that video. But I mean, well, I'm playing. So I'm doing the challenge, trying to work on the challenge video in particular, because that seemed to be the one that, slightly surprisingly, people voted the most for. Not that there were a lot of votes, so it's a bit sort of, you know, a very small sample size type thing. But yeah, that seemed to come out. You know, people seem to be quite interested in that. But challenges are quite long, especially because I'm doing a space age. I'm going to do, you know, space age challenge basically, and it's quite simple. It's quite a silly idea, or quite, you know, basic idea. I suppose is a better way of putting it. Interesting that this is kicked in. Doesn't look like it's quite charging enough, does it? Oh, it's not. It's not actually filling the accumulators. That's interesting. I guess it's running the base as well, isn't it? Okay. Let's just try it there. Get rid of it. Yeah, so we need a lot more accumulators, but we kind of knew that. Yes, so I'm sort of, you know, I have technically been working on it, you know, one of them in that way, but I think I might abandon it, but not abandon it, but I think I'll do it, you know, a bit slower, a bit less, as it were, because it's going to take a lot of time, basically, to actually make the challenge run. You know, they actually record it, sort of thing. Can't believe how many red circuits I'm picking up. This is silly. So yes, so I have been working on one and recording. I mean, I've already got, you know, whatever it is, 10 hours of stuff, but it's just playing through the basic, you know, basic things. It gives me footage to talk about what the actual challenge is and stuff like that. But I've not really started on it. Is the honest truth. Put those in as well. But yeah, so then basically today I've been very lazy. I was just haven't really done anything. Or I could have been writing the script, you know. But is what it is. Okay, let's get rid of that coal as well. Can't believe I put it all on one. You know, did a double-sided the belt for red circuits. That's silly. Silly. Let's put this coal in here. What was the challenge, or is that the secret? Well, this is part of the problem I've been having actually with it, because I've been. It's not a mod or anything like that. It is the basic game. Oh, these are almost out, aren't they? I think we need to go and set up these lines basically, because this is very low. Should I say what it is? I guess, I don't know, is there a real risk of somebody stealing it, as it were? Probably not. Should I say? So, yeah, no, I'm not going to say, because I mean it's not. I'd say I don't think anyone would steal it or anything silly like that. It's just, I think I prefer it to be a surprise, you know, or because I say it's not that spectacular a thing. It's more like a investigation, I suppose, in a sense. Yeah, I think I'll keep stum on it. Which is impossible for me. I'm bound to have it at some point, like next week or something. I won't say. It's I mean, honestly, I mean the challenge side of it is going to come in later in the game. The bit I'm doing at the moment, you know, the early game stuff, it doesn't really have any impact on, particularly. But it's going to get a lot more difficult, and a lot more interesting later on. But with how big Space Age is, I mean, it's going to be a lot later on, you know. Cool. Okay, so let's go and set up these two then. Do we want? Yeah, let's. Yeah. We need more. I think we need probably more. Oh, look at all them pipes I got. I'm cleaning up the belts. Don't have to say it now. So, I don't know. I also don't want to build it up. Is the other thing, you know? It's not that a spectacular challenge. You know, it's not something, you know, amazingly wild and wonderful, as it were. But I kind of figured start a bit more gently, you know, to a degree. Cool. So let's get rid of all these pipes. We're going to need a second train. We're going to need what else? More belt. A lot more belt. And mining drills. Okay, so mining drills were where? What am I after? A belt, I guess. And then mining drills. I think I'm gonna have to search them. Oh, they're all the way down at the other end. But yeah, I mean, I do have, as I was saying, I think probably more wise to maybe do the like a video on, like in a sense, what I'd want for 2.1 or something like that, because that they're bound to start talking about it soon, I think. And then the lore and speculation stuff, which I mean that got the most votes, obviously, because that's what I do. But I was just a bit surprised the challenge one got more. So, and they're obviously hugely complex to do. So I sort of thought, well, I have to get cracking on that. Also, it's fun to do, Okay, so mining drills. We do not have enough power poles. So let's grab some of them. And we should, in fact, let's double stack them. I should probably have some more of that. We wanted a second train. That back then. I could get rid of that. Yeah, I wanted a second train for the copper. Cool. Is that? I mean, that makes sense as being there, the coal one, because I'm not actually going to process that as such. But if I'm going to smelt the iron and copper, they need to be pushed a bit further back, don't they? Okay. So it's just all just point-to-point rail. I'm not messing about with, learning. Oh yeah, we got those guys as well. I built a tank, didn't I? Didn't I build a tank? Yeah. And I chucked all the coal away, didn't I? Let's get some more coal. And I don't think I've done poison capsules yet. Them in there, that in there. Pop in. Cool. Let's go take these guys out. Soon, you do know you're talking. We'll be right here, right? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's been, what's it now? 3 or 4 months or something since the release. Was it October? It's just longer than that, then, isn't it? October, November, December, January, February. So yeah, nearly 6 months. I don't know why, based on nothing. I kind of assumed that 2.1 would be a Easter type thing. That sort of territory. I guess the real question is whether Covrex is busy into designing the new game. And he's sort of left them to it sort of thing, and then they're just bimbling around. But still, I mean, they're still doing loads of bug fixes and stuff, so. And little tweaks. Okay. If we maybe plan out. Did I do a... No, I've not got a mining thing, crikey. Doot. That. Do I want to be messing about with modules in them? I think for this version, probably not. Just so that I can get on with it. So we take that and then we snap it to grid, and we need to tweak that so that it overlaps properly. Absolute, yeah. Well, I've had this before. Because that's not the absolute, is it? Oh no, it's relative I want anyway, not absolute. Is that right? But there's a bug kicking about somewhere that basically it locks into the absolute reference system rather than... That's too low down. Oops. Rather than... goes relative. When you start placing it down, then it will flip to the relative. It's all a bit odd. Cool. This is a weirdly shaped patch, isn't it? And then need to clean that up. That's a mess. Yeah, I thought that's what it was doing, but it was just user error. Your incompetence. Let's kind of tidy that up a bit. Cool. Bing bong bing. Concrete is finished. Now, what was I saying I was gonna... I guess we could do the capacity ones, because they're relatively cheap and relatively useful. We could boost robot count. I mean, we could just leave it chugging on them, but I'd almost rather just, since we're a bit low on resources, I'd rather just sort of leave it to kind of back up for now until we get these put in. Wait, did it do... It did 2 robot speeds? No, that... Just the 1. And then it's... That is blue, though. Let's do that. In fact, let's do that. And then... Because 3, you have to then get gold, don't you? Yeah, okay. So, could do the cargo size. So he says he wants to back it up and then immediately sticks on even more researchers. Cool. So, if we put that one in there, so I keep forgetting because it's railroad, isn't it? So they're not going to come and just attack us unless they get hit by pollution. And since there's so many trees there, and that's such a long way away, I mean that might be more risky, but then they're more likely to go for the oil, I think. So I'll leave clearing out nest and stuff. So we didn't need the tank in the end. But yeah, let's get this all set up. So, in fact, is it worth trying to get the bots to do it? So they're so slow that it's quicker me doing everything at the moment. Let's take the opportunity to copy this. That, and then go say, I don't know, maybe a good space. I could do it maybe there. And then we connect those two. Like so. And we're going to need some Signalis. Actually it needs to be that and that. Yeah. I don't get this either, right? It didn't let you... Or it did show the green dots for the ghosted thing. I'm sure there's some logical reason for that, but you can play some, it just doesn't do the positiony things for some reason. I'm sure it all makes sense somewhere. Okay, and then that would actually... Oh! It's not even got a name. Okay. So that would be... Not a fluid. A coal. Am I using pickup or... Yeah. Not quite collection or anything. Am I? So that'd be pickup. And so this would be... Boop. 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 Drop off. Cool. And this is going to be the coal, so we need to kind of hook it in here and fuel the other trains. Nice. So has Civ 7 gotten better, or are you still disappointed? I'm still disappointed. Basically, I've kind of not played anymore. They did announce that they're going to work. So there's been a lot of pushback on the new mechanic of the ages, and I kind of understand where people are coming from. But as I said in my little video, you know, my rushed video, that I didn't feel I have enough, like, you know, like experience with it, or it doesn't explain anything enough to really, for me to really even decide whether I like it or not. It does feel weird. There's a lot of weirdness to it, I would definitely say. So that's too far away for a balancer, isn't it, really? So yeah, so that it's, you know, oh, yeah, I could take that out. That wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, it's sort of, I don't know. I just don't know whether I like it or not, you know. And it's like, that's its key thing. Doesn't that have to be one back to balance? I think it does. Oh, pick up, rather. But they announced that they are working on the UI, basically, and that's the problem. That's the problem bit for me. In a sense, I don't actually mind. If I don't like the ages thing, then that's fine. It's just, you know, it's just not a Civ for me type of thing. But the fact that you can't even work out what the heck is going on, that's the problem, you know. It's like, it tells you so little that it's just like atrocious. I honestly don't know how. It's sort of a naff gamer, you know, cliche thing to say of like, I don't know how it's shipped like that, but I don't see how they. All I can think is the people testing it were just so familiar with all the mechanics and just understood how it worked that, you know, they never said, but you can't even tell what's going on. This, you know, how do I understand? How do I get this piece of information? Because it's just not there. And it's like, how many? The bit that's staggering is, you know, that's what Civ games are about. You know, they're about you're basically just playing the spreadsheet, you know. And you know, to then not basically tell you the basic information, it's like, well, that's your one job, you know. So I say that was that's the disappointment, and it's too early for them to have done a new version. So yeah, so I kind of just stopped basically. I've been playing other things, but yeah, I just found it staggering. You know, it's just like, how did none of them go? But how do you even tell what the city is producing? You know, it's like you can't basically. Anyway, so no, it has not gotten any better. But they have said they're working on it, so we will see. I mean, there's all sorts of other things that I didn't really take to. Like if they tried to do something a bit weird with, well, it's not weird. So it's obviously been. I think I said this before. Civ releases have been almost metronomic. They've been almost, you know, since the first one. They've come out basically every 5 years, almost on the dot. It's almost been a thing. And then this one, it's 10 years since the Civ 6 came out, and they did a lot of monetization on it. You know, a lot of download. You know, maybe not microtrans. Oh, God, I hate you, Rail Planner. You know, maybe not microtransaction level of stuff, but there's been a lot of DLC. Which, you know, is fine, but it's kind of meant, I think, that they've basically not, that's why it's been delayed, basically, or been longer, because they've been working on all that, which is fine. I say that's not a complaint, but the sort of problem is, and other series have had this. It's like the Dragon Age thing, where they spent like a decade basically working on Civ 7, and then it's like this. It's like, okay. It took you that long to do this bad a job on the UI, did it? That's a very strange thing, and it's the time between them just then sets an expectation of, right, well, it's got to be good. It's going to be good because they've spent so long working on it. But of course they probably haven't really. It just gives that, gives that impression in a sense. So I think what I'll actually do, loop it back the other way. So maybe if we go boop, I'm going to have to work it around there. So of course there's a water pipe in the way. So we will, instead of doing it on that side, why have I put that there? Because that's the wrong position, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe that one. Like that. Cool. Oh. So, I sort of need to reverse this whole belt, don't I, in a sense? That's kind of what I'm doing with this. Yeah. So if we perhaps maybe do that one, I'm going to have to do a split on that. It's a bit messy, but... yeah, let's do it there. Doesn't matter, does it? So that goes like that. And this one there. And this will replace... Oh. It's lined up with the oil pipe. That's not very good. I don't know. I say it's difficult because I don't like doing the whole typical gamer, ranty type of thing, but so you do have sort of a degree of expectation when they take a decade between releases, So did we? I didn't pick up any coal because we need to go and stick that in that. I mean, I guess I could just build the train here, couldn't I? And crash into the other one. But yeah, put that there. Do that. That. And Wallace and Gromit the way down there. I have 10,000 hours in Civ 5. I have 50 in Civ 6. Yeah, I didn't really take to Civ 6 either. But then I'm a bit weird with... So... games like that where they have a lot... I mean, it's traditional, isn't it? Let's put it this way. This is the other thing that it's difficult to sometimes convey, that it's like... I think every Civ game after 3 has basically depended on... It never gets good until like the first or second expansion, and they don't really do expansions now, is sort of thing. It's all just smaller stuff. But, they've sort of always had a thing where the way it came out got improved with the first expansion and then maybe even improved more with the second expansion. So, that side of it is perhaps not unexpected. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... if it's a pickup, it's full. No, that's fueled. What have you got there? Full cargo. Empty cargo. So yeah, that's the other thing. I kind of have confidence that they'll do it. It's just, it is a different circumstance. If it's taken a decade, to get there. So we're going to pick up. Then you kind of expect, don't you, that it's probably... And you know, this is what I'm saying. It probably hasn't taken a decade, you know, because they'll have been working on 6 and actually only started it maybe 5 years ago, and there was COVID, of course, you know, so they'll have lost a lot of what would have been dev time there, or what have you. Oops. So, you know, I'm sort of, there's, you know, I'm not totally unsympathetic to the whole situation, but which I say, it's why it's more disappointment than actively disliking what they've done, as it were. And we'll just have to see whether the first expansion, or whatever this promised improvement, whether that kind of fixes it. So you chugging away doing you are. So we can call the coal one done. Let's send it on a trip. Yeah, so, but yeah, same here. What I was going to say is that Civ 5, I have, I don't know, a couple hundred hours in that, I think, in the end. And I almost had to force myself to stop playing. But I didn't even start playing it until they got to the 2 expansions point. You know, I think I literally fired it up when I bought it. I don't think I bought it on release. It was like a month later or something. And then just left it and didn't touch it again. But when I did come back to it, it was, you know, like compulsive, obsessive, you know, playing it all the time, not getting anything done type stuff, and I had to kind of say, force myself to stop. Does that signal right? Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? So yeah, but then 6, I say, I had several goes trying to get to it. I just couldn't. To me, there was like too much in Civ 6. And the religion system, I hated the religion. It was just so. If you didn't engage with it, you were like at a massive disadvantage. But it was just so tedious sending out those. We had a couple of different religious units, didn't you? They were like priests. I can't remember what they were now, but basically, you know, people to spread religion, and there was like inquisitors and all sorts of stuff, and it was like a properly built out system, but it was just tedious. I just didn't find it interesting. The problem with religion, you know, and what they've always struggled with is if you put it in the game, you know, you have a very real risk of kind of annoying people who are religious. You know, it's like I'm not sort of thing. I'm, you know, atheist, but you know, people who are, if you go doing things or saying things about their religion effectively. You know, that's not going to be great for sales, really, is it? Let's be frank. But so you therefore always end up with a weird version. It's not, you know, the things that make religion interesting are the types of things that they can't put in the game, you know, because it's just sort of the wrong, you know, wrong messaging and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. But then, you know, if they don't put it in, there's then the criticism, well, where is it? You know, or, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's all sort of complicated. And I say, I mean, that's my worry with the game, actually. I say, I'm not going to play it until they fix the UI. But my worry with it is it comes across as being very about the statistics. So everything has like a buff, and everything has a thing, and it feels a lot more like 4, where they're really intending you to have, you know, one city, and then they have this whole towns mechanic, and that really they want you just to have one city and like a load of towns, and not even a load of towns, you know, because the maps are so small that you can only fit like 8 or so on, and it caps you at like a really low number. And it just feels like they're going for that again with 4, where it was like a tiny civilization that's like, you know, got one or two massive cities that can do everything. But it feels very much that it's about like optimizing numbers, which of course that's what it's always been, but in a very, very explicit way, in a very, very, like, these are the numbers you've got to optimize, you know. And the leaders, because you're not getting that whole thing of it feels like characterless in a sense, because it's just like, this is a person to give you a buff, rather than this is, you know, Bodicea or something, you know, whatever, you know, culture you're playing. And so it doesn't, because they're completely divorced from the culture that they're actually related to. So there's no, like, atmospheric side to it. There's no sort of, you know, right, well now, you know, I've brought the Celts from, you know, the you know, dawn of man to, or dawn of civilization to, you know, launching a rocket. You can't do that. And that was always the bit that I used to enjoy doing. But equally, I do get the point. Part of the reason they've done it, or the big reason they've done it, is because people didn't finish the game, basically. So, you know, what they saw in the stats was that people would get to, say, 60% of the way through and then basically just give up and stop. And so they wanted to make it so that, you know, more people finished it. And I think I said this in the video. My sort of worry with it is that they're essentially misdiagnosing the problem. You know, because the reason that that didn't happen was that you would always be locked into your victory, like really, really early, especially in the newer civs, I say from like 4 onwards, where it's like you basically lost the game within the first 10 turns. You just don't know it yet, you know. And so what they needed is what they've tried to do with the ages is to introduce a system where, you know, effectively you've got, it's like a best of 3, you know. That's almost what it's doing. It's like, you know, now you've got 3 chances to, like, you've got chances to reset, basically, do a soft reset, and focus on a different victory. You know, if science hasn't been going well, then you can switch to focusing on culture and pick a you know, civilization that suits that better. And so you know, I get the concept. I like it. I'm going to quite the rent here, aren't I? You know, I get that. You know, I sort of understand all that, but it's just, I say it feels a little like the, you know, doing the, addressing the wrong problem, as it were. It's like, is the reason that people didn't finish it, you know, did they really diagnose that problem properly? And actually, maybe they should have done, you know, fixed it in different ways, if you see what I mean. But I say I can't really tell, because you know, I hate the UI with a passion, or the lack of a UI, basically. So, what we're going to do with the copper? Because this is really, really running down. We've only got the 1 patch. Well, that's the one we've flagged, and we've got what's left there, which is broken up into. Oh, those must be bits. Yeah, they're bits against, you know, against the gold patch where it's not doing them. So literally, we've got them. What's that then? That's just my symbol. Okay. So yeah, we've got the 1 copper. So if we were to try and bring it in here, we'd actually probably want to have the train stop there. Oh, which is why I've got that symbol there. Okay. The question is whether I, you know, start building new smelting arrays. Or if I simply take the copper over there for the time being. Because the iron's not running out anytime soon. Get quite messy though, wouldn't it, doing that? I'm going to have to take the belt that way either way, basically. Are we? Because if I bring in a proper copper belt here, run it along, then I could have it so that it's feeding this first, and then the excess kind of just goes this way. But I wasn't going to do that, was I? So the problem is a lack of a second copper patch, really. Because what I should probably do is just have some trains drop off there. Maybe we go on a bit of a scouting mission, because we've got the coal sorted now. Yeah, let's see if we can find a second copper patch up here somewhere. Let's do that instead. But yeah, I've always been like that with Civ, where it's like one of them, like I say, 3. I must literally have had 1,000 hours in that. You know, it's Factorio level playing for that one. And then 4, I just couldn't. It just didn't, because it was so focused on, you know, have two big cities and that's it. That just isn't something that I have ever really appealed to me. You know, I therefore didn't really play it very much. Even though everyone, you know, says it's one of the best ones and it's a classic and all that sort of stuff. And so 5, I didn't even touch until it was basically, you know, they were basically releasing 6 when I started playing it, type of thing, or they'd announced it. So yeah, I've always been a bit Marmite on them. Okay, so let's see if there's any copper up here. I see some biters. It's probably made tank shells by now, isn't it? So let's sort of go this way. I think the bit that's most frustrating about it really is more to do with the whole how it's been reported. You know, because it's like, and I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be any different, but it's like the whole thing of, you know, really hyperbolic, over the top, you know, Civ 7 is a disaster and all this. It's not a disaster. Although, interestingly, I mean, but then you got this reported about 6 as well, and this is the, you know, people forget. But way more people are playing 6 still than are playing 7, but that's what you'd expect, you know. It's like of course they are, because loads of people have bought it. It's been on loads of, you know. Ah, here we go. This is the Badger. With 2 big biter patches. Okay. Oops, triggered them by accident. Okay, so we've got a nice big copper patch there. Okay. Have we got poison? Where do we get poison? Poisson, I can never remember. Ah, we've unlocked it. I'm just not making it. Ah, okay. Is that right? Am I not making it? No. Unless it's tucked away. No. Okay. Let's see if we can't make a few poison capsules then. To help out with getting rid of the worms. Also get some cannon shells. This is that exciting bit of the game where you're unlocking loads of technologies and nothing's too expensive and you don't have that much of a demand on red circuits, and it can get a little overwhelming. But it's like too much choice is like the problem at this stage of like, I could do this, or I could do that, and I could do that, I could do this. How about we put some here? The right side was the explosive shells, wasn't it? And then the left side can be poison. That. Oops. No, you're the wrong way around. So, and then we got that for you there. What else do you need? Steel and green circuits, which are, of course, absolutely miles away. Marvellous. So, we put one there. Is that even going to reach, or is that... No, it doesn't reach, is it? How are we going to get that then? So, I guess... Probably need to do... a sort of super jank. In fact, maybe if I could... If I do that, that's probably... No, I need that out there, don't I? Because we can do that. And then give you that. There we go. Good old-fashioned super jank. You've not made... Oh, I didn't hook everything up, did I? So we've not made a single one. Brilliant. And then we go like that. One of them. And Bosch and Bosch. Okay. And then what do you need? You need the same stuff. Righto. Okay. Change your plans then. What else did we unlock that would be worth sort of setting up then? There was the landmines. I suppose we should make them, but not that useful in this. I mean, yeah, I say that. I could probably defend my entire outpost with landmines at this stage. Just stick them down and leave them. Because we'll just get pollution response at the moment. Rockets, isn't it? That's the other thing we've unlocked. Okay. So, let's pop another one of these in. The right one will do landmines, the left one will do rockets. And if we leave a machine there... No, we won't. We can't do that because we need explosives for both of them. Okay. So we want that. Making explosives. Then we want that. Making landmines. Oh, got to do the other one. And rockets. And then we want... In fact, I could move that over, can't we? Because we're already putting them in a box on the other one, so not really much point repeating that. But then like that. And then, in fact, let's just copy and flip. So you need steel, and both you, and you need iron plate. Okay. How about we get some of these the right way around? Okay. Iron plate, and then the whole steel malarkey. Anything else, or just steel? Just steel. Okay. Some poison. Just make them so I don't know that I'm going to use them particularly, because we don't get the rocket turret in this. I think that's just Space Age exclusive. We could set up a robot network, and while we wait, I want to take some tank shells basically, and some poison capsules, and they're both quite slow to make. So we could kind of work on a robo network, I guess, like put some of these on here. Oops. Maybe put one in there. Oh. And then they feel like they have longer ranges, the roboports, to me. I guess they must do, because they did some fiddling about with some of that stuff, didn't they? But anyway, I was sort of go for a... Oh, this is the range, and then that's not actually the range. It's always a bit further. If you put that... actually put it there. And then maybe... Right. If we put one in the middle here somewhere. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe there. So if that was there, move it 2 over. There we go. So is that the whole shebang there covered? No, we've got a bit missing here. Okay. Because we can set some upgrading going then. Give these lazy bots something to do. If there's anywhere I can put in. Managed to create a perfect area of... Doesn't fit. Okay. Do it there, I guess, and underground that. Is that everywhere covered? Yeah, okay. Let's do some upgrading then. The other arrangement not changed. Right, okay. Just my imagination then. That's not uncommon. What do we want to do then? I guess we want to go wooden box to... and steel box to that. That's the first one. And I don't actually think I think I've already done the power poles, but let's oops, make sure. So we go like that. What are they? Oh, they're power poles. Okay. Now we then need to find where those actually are, because we need to put them in the logistics network. Where are you? So we need loggy chests in a loggy chest. Breaking the laws of physics. That's the wrong one. Where's the... Is it not up here? No, because I prepped a spot for it. Here we go. So that'll let them do that. And then where are the power poles? So we do that for them. Cool. So they'll work on that. Have we made poisoned and etc.? Where did I put the tank? No, wrong button. Where did I put my tank? Okay. Because this is the next thing. The next version of the... this thing needs the whole... the filters of the chest need linking to it, and this needs setting to be doing X volume, X number of items, as it were. So I need to work... That's the next bit of parameterisation. But for now... Oh, Nice, done all them. Cool. But for now, so we've got 50 odd poison, that should do. We need more. Let's go with yeah, let's go with the normal shells. And I could start. If I do that, the loggy bots are gonna take ages to take it all out, aren't they? But let's do that. And then grab that ammo to fill us up. Cool. So, that in. Can make sure there's an extra one in there. Do we have we have turrets? Okay, so I've got rail. I've got a thing. Have I got enough mining drills? Probably not. Have we got enough mining drills? They were right at the beginning, weren't they? $100? $150? Cool. Ah. Messy. Messy. It's filled it up with plastic. It's just getting me tank and go and tank stuff. On that. No, that one. So plan is we will get a few robots on the go. Because these are quite big. A few robots on the go in a minute. And then we'll drive around, lob a load of poison at one of them. So that it can take out the worms. Go and do the same on the other. And then we'll set up a... In fact, let's set up a defensive position to start with. Let's do that first. Somewhere between the two. Maybe... somewhere we can make a strategic withdrawal. Run away. Let's just put them in. Oops. So, robots. Poison. Might be able to. I love that it carries through now. It's also a bit rubbish, the tank cannon. Okay, let's hop out. In fact, actually, let's get your bots to it. Right then, so same again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a lot of worms there. Beans. Okay. Actually, let's go and have a little bit of a drive around. Oh, we topped up with fuel now. Oh, lake. Another lake. Let's fill in this top left corner. In fact, maybe I should lob in a few poisons on these trees. Let's have a look, see if there's anything particularly interesting up here. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, big oil patch. Okay. Proper big oil patch. Nice. Okay. Done. Let's get this set up. In fact, if I do that, get you lot to do it. Oh look, almost completely running dry on copper. So yeah, I'm just thinking very simple, you know, point to point here like I was going to do. We will grab the... how much of that do we want to grab? Well, if I take all of it, we can work it out. We'll just sort of plop it on the back. It would be coming out of that side, wouldn't it? So... So I suppose I should really set one as, you know, like copper stone. So let's set it back a bit. Hello, Smosk. How are you doing? Hi, man. I'm on a new circuit project in Factorio. Ah, what are you working on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. I can't flip it, can I? Yeah, I'll just chuck them in there, basically, and we'll connect up. Because I think we actually... I mean, we obviously got loads of iron. I could easily do that, but we could then do stone as well here. Yeah, cool. Right, so let us get this set up. And we will copy this. So it's got what we want. Give or take. Where are we going to put it? If we put it down the bottom, bit of room. Change this to... So I really need to work out this whole train station name jiggery pokery, but I didn't realise we were going to run out of, you know, copper quite so soon, really. Cool. I'm not going to like completely do this patch because it's a bit silly, but we'll kind of position it as if we were. So I guess it would need to be sort of front end there, maybe. Oh, turn the bots off. Front end there, over to there. So be something like this. What's it like on the back? Kind of rubbish. So if we do one in. Is a line of crafters where there is an inserter between them, and I'll make it like they are both crafter and a bus in one. Oh, right. Can make them flick to add item and make it out by make it so there is no recipe. So it's really bad. I'm using a phone. No worries. Make them. Okay, so is that as in using the whole? Oh, I put the bells the wrong way around. The because that's one of the things I need to work out as well. Is the whole what do you call it? Where you dynamically set the recipes and stuff like that. Because I was using that in the other playthrough, but I don't know. I didn't really seem to be able to get it to kind of work properly, or as I wanted it to, basically. So that is another thing I need to work out as well. But yeah, setting up a whole control panel and dynamically changing recipes and all that sort of stuff. Something I've always... Because you could kind of do some of that before. But it always felt like the next bit that they were needed to add, really. And now they have. So yeah. That's sort of what I'm intending for this. So I'm not actually sure that I won't try and do a mega base in quotes. That's why I picked the sort of rail world setting, so that it's a bit easier. But that's obviously an old school rail mega base. That's you know, thousands rather than millions. It's quite funny actually. People seem to get to the million in Space Age like no problem and like super quick and stuff. And it's because of the whole science, you know, your effective science basically. It's just so like over the top what you can get it to do. I mean, they must have fully intended it, but it feels like the Promethean science, you know, 10% boost is like too much. I mean, it's obviously really expensive to get there, you know, it's like it's not like that's a simple thing to achieve. But I don't know, is 10% a bit too high, really? So if you were to connect there, God, I hate you, rail planner. So is it control that you have to do? No. No. Oh God, I hate you. Damn thing. Let's just kinda do this bit first, I think. Oh, bots aren't on. A main Omnicrafter that can use 7 combinators, so I know how to make it work somewhat. I've made, yeah. So it's kind of a thing I want to learn. It was interesting that I did a poll basically asking what people had struggled with. And I knew it would come out top, to be honest with you. But combinators was the top pick, as it were. But it was more interesting by how much. It was like more than half the votes were for that being the thing they'd struggled with, really. Which does make sense. I'm not saying that's a total surprise, but it's obviously That's quite a margin. The bit I was more surprised by, and it might have flipped round, is that basically... No, trains were ever so slightly higher. But combat, I put basically, which do you struggle with the most? Combat, meaning fighting biters, trains or circuit networks, and circuit networks is about 50% of it. Which I say I was fully expecting it to be the most, but maybe not that high. But then trains and combat are basically at the same level. It's like 1 or 2% between, which is literally, it's like one vote basically between the two. When you crunch the numbers. Which I say, I was not expecting that. Because combat, I could do it. You know, I was like, oh, I could actually do a combat tutorial. Trains, Trains is the one I've been writing a script on for like, I don't know, about 6 months. Feels a little disingenuous not to do it. I mean, it's so long that I'll break it up anyway, but not to cover the whole interrupts and all that sort of stuff, because I don't know how it works yet. But I say, given the basic struggle of trains, I guess it's fine to do a normal one. The thing I wanted to do with a circuit network, so it's also what I want to try and do with the trains as well, is like, I think there's a bit of an element in a lot of the ones I've watched, you know, tutorials and stuff I've watched, where there's almost like a basic knowledge assumed, you know, that you know what they're talking about already, in a sense, or that it's not really explaining the absolute basics of the concept, and that then loses people. You know, it's like, although it's not advanced, it's just not basic enough, as it were. And that's what's kind of wanted to do with, because it's all very well going on about combinators and all this sort of stuff, but I think if you don't understand what Boolean logic is, it's all just completely alien to you from the get-go. So that's the type of stuff I was thinking to do as a first step, really. Although combiner is easy, combinators is easy for me. But then again, it may be me. I didn't expect to make an Omnicrafter at all, and one. There's only use. My first was 18, and I got it down to 7. Oh, you mean actual combinators in it? I really don't get the obsession with one train transporting whatever resource is requested. I always make a robust supply chain system with multiple trains per resource. Dedicate trains for each product. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would normally do. My main thing is around, and I'm not actually fussed about the whole. I want to know how to do it, you know, so that I can kind of explain it. But I don't think I would ever do it that way. It just feels a bit sort of pointless, really. You know, it's sort of a. I kind of get it in the sense that it allows you to minimise the number of trains, and so, you know, for a mega base type situation, the fact that you can have, you know, 20 trains rather than 2,000 is probably massively beneficial for UPS. But then UPS is always one of them things where people are like massively worried about it, and actually that, you know, they're nowhere near even troubling their, you know, troubling their system sort of thing. So I do think people worry far too much about what's UPS efficient and all this sort of stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter. You know, you're never getting this to the scale that would actually matter. But yeah, so, you know, I want to do that more just to learn how it works, rather than thinking it's kind of how I'll do the, you know, how I'll play, as it were. I guess I could start putting them on it, couldn't I? But yes, you know, it's more the dynamic requesting and things like that. That's what I want to do. So just have the trains go when they really need to go, because one of the things that I think it will help with is just the idea that why are you not powered? Oh, because this power was in the wrong place. Is that you know, say you've got 3 copper outposts, as it were, or 3 copper smelting areas, or something like that. You basically getting the trains to go to the right place is kind of the thing, I think. So, we do still have some copper left. Not a lot, but some. And we have a bit of random copper there, look. I've missed that, haven't I? That's annoying. Maybe if we do like that. No. Oops. I could put some speeds in these, I guess. Just give it a little nudge. How much is there? 120k. Okay. So I'm gonna... It's gonna be janky, obviously, but I'm gonna... connect it in here, and then I can just swap it round when it's... Or maybe I just leave it this way. I mean, this is going to be here for ages, I think. So I make games before, so I know how to code, but I'll now go and make a program as I'm making my own macro, as I have a cheap mouse, so I don't have a brand software. Have a great stream, and thank you for joining me. Smallscope. I hope it goes well with the building. I mean, that's one of the big things is the whole knowing how to program. I think you're absolutely right there. That's kind of the thing. And I say I think that's what people tend to assume is like that there's an underlying knowledge of things like functions and all that sort of stuff that actually most people don't have. And so I say something like Boolean logic, it's like, once you know it and you understand it, it's just basically, it's just obvious type of thing. But if it's something you've never encountered before, then the fact that, the system is essentially doing that, and it doesn't explain that, is the bit that I think that's the gap in the market, as it were. But yeah, I hope the programming goes well. Hope programming rather goes well. One train unloading, one train loading, 1 to 2 trains in transit, yeah. Cool, so we need the coal. So what I'm going to do with that is essentially resize. In fact, I could do it off of there, couldn't I? So if we go like that, and then that, flip that over. Oops. Cool. And then if we put this train in. So this train was going to be down the bottom, and now it's up the top. Well, there you go. Flipping it around. Doot-de-doot-de-doot. So, your job is to go to pick up, drop off, full, and empty. Because what I should be doing, you see, is using the groups at the very least, because that, So if this is the copper one, then when we do it, but I say I want to see how it all works with the automation thing. And it's like there's no point doing an interrupt on a point-to-point, one direction, bi-directional train thing. It just doesn't make sense. It's a lot of messing around for no real benefit. Cool. So what I forgot to do, we need to set the priority on here. Make sure we use up that patch first. That's not the wrong one. That's input priority. There we go. Cool. We've only got 36 big power poles. Let's see if we can get a few more. Where are you? Power poles, power poles, power poles. In fact, let's get a few of them. Well, it got my eyes checked again this week. I say again because turned out it was only 9 months since I had my last checkup. But I've been getting such eye strain, it's just been horrendous. It actually calmed down a bit later on in this week, but last week I was considering not doing the streams because it was just like my eyes are just like screaming. Oops. And yeah, he confirmed that it was the prescription. Well, this is the thing. I'm not sure it was ever right. I think it was always slightly off. But yeah, the prescription was wrong. I'll say whether that was because it was wrong in the first place. Whoa. Or what? I don't... Oh, we got coal in there now. Lovely. I'm not sure. So I'll go to pick up. I could put some more of them in, yeah. Ah, missed one. Yeah, so I ordered a new pair of glasses. It's really confusing. The company uses a voucher scheme now because of our change of ownership. And it was like really confusing booking it, and and they actually had like a warning on there that had been added on. It's not part of the official site, but there's an opticians called Vision Express in the UK. I don't know if they're international or not, but they're like one of the bigger chains, and they're on there, and you can use them, and that's what I did. But it carries a warning, basically saying if you don't buy the glasses straight away, then the voucher doesn't apply. So unless you buy the glasses when you have your eye check, then if you try and come back, as it were, then the voucher's not valid anymore. And it's things like that. It's just like what we used to do is just book it, because legally in the UK they're required to if you work on a screen all day, basically they're legally required to pay for an eye check. That's it though, they don't have to pay for glasses or anything. Although a lot of companies do, but they generally do these schemes where because the big companies know that they've got to do it, so they sign the companies up to the scheme, and with vouchers and all that sort of stuff. And then, although they take a hit, on the because they'll offer it for free. You see, they won't actually charge the company for doing the eye tests. But it's because they then know, we'll definitely get the glasses contract, as it were. Oh, not contract. When that person buys glasses, they'll buy them there, sort of thing. And that's how they make the money. But yeah, so working all that out was like really complicated. It's one of these things I always, you know, I just try and make the point that they simplify things, but they don't. They actually make it really complicated. And when you add up all the hours that everyone spends, trying to work out how to book an eye test via this scheme, the money that's saved by using the scheme is probably lost from all the productivity of, like 1,000 people booking an eye test and spending, an hour doing it because they go work it out is not actually saving any money, is it? You get a lot of that. It's people just don't apply common sense. Where I used to work, first place I used to work, they changed the rules so that you couldn't have teas and coffees in the meeting unless you booked a certain size of room, basically. And what it simply meant, and the idea being that if there's only like 2 of you, then you can't order teas and coffees, and that would save money. But what it actually meant is then everybody booked a big meeting room, even though they didn't need a big meeting room. There are only 2 of them, but because they booked that room, they could then get teas and coffees. And it's like, it's obvious that that's what's going to happen, but they kind of just don't, people just don't think things through. Okay, so that should be alleviating our copper problem. Excellent. I don't know if I must have made level 2 furnaces, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. So we can replace them. That will actually reduce the coal demand. Because these are like, it also sets us up to upgrade to red belt as well. So we'll grab all of them. Because they're like crafting speed 2 or something, aren't they? Yeah, crafting speed 2. They produce more pollution, but they consume the same coal, I think. So max consumption is identical. So they are more polluting, but using the same amount of coal for twice the production. I think furnaces, do they sit there just pumping out pollution? I can't remember. I think they do, don't they? Even when they're not running. Should have done the iron, not the stone. That's silly. Okay, let it make some more. Okay, now green circuits. So kind of getting to the stage where we can upgrade to red belt, and in effect, and therefore double our throughput on copper. Because what I'm thinking is we then kind of, how many do them produce? It's like 1.5. So that'd be 3. So it's 6. So it's not quite enough to fill half a yellow belt, is it? But we kind of double this, so that the infrastructure is there. I need to swap out for these power poles, don't they? Oh, bots are doing things. Okay. Hello, bots. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the party. Cool. So then we can red belt that. I need some undies, don't I? Oh, still building it. Okay. Okay. So setting aside the fact that I put 1 million red circuits in and boxes and stuff like that. I mean, we're not quite ready to upgrade all that, I don't think. But at least we've got the copper to support it. We have one random turret there, because reasons. I've increased the coal. Well, effectively that patch now is just doing our power when solar runs out. And then the smelting, which we've just made more efficient essentially. Well, we can do. I wonder how many extra ones we've made. So we are kind of in that phase of the game where you're like kind of having to upgrade, but I'm kind of keen to push on as well and do other things. Oops. But of course, being a rail world, everything's further apart, so it's taking a bit longer. Okay, let's finish off this here. Cool. How many we got left? 32. Now, can we also extend our robo network? There maybe? One there. Just thinking for when I do want to upgrade. Having the bots around is going to be useful. Think that we're connected. Cool. What else? I guess I could add something on here, couldn't I? So these are more upgradable. You're going to fill this in now, aren't you? I don't want you to fill it in, but you might as well. Okay, so, and then we should do the solar field as well. How far up does that reach? Okay. So hopefully that covers all of that. They should fill these in as well, which we should increase. Hello, Ultimate Place. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hello. Is it possible for you to make a video on how to make a spaceship space platform? Hope you've had a great week so far. Yeah, I mean, it's actually been quite a good week, actually. Thanks for asking. Hope you as well have had a good time. Doing good, 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 good. Yeah, that was... so, it's interesting you asked that, because that was one thing I wanted to definitely do. My my hesitance on it was slightly to that... how to phrase it? Basically... I don't feel like... I mean, I guess that would be in the advanced area, wouldn't it? And that wouldn't be about building them. Yeah, so I could maybe chop it up. But I wasn't confident around... It felt like I was on the cusp of automating space platforms in the same way as automated trains. And not... I know it's not actually possible, the dev said it wasn't. But to do exactly what you can do with trains that you can do with platforms. And you kind of can't, but you can do things that are close. And that's sort of one of the things I want to talk about, because it's like the strategies for doing platforms of just like... Because at the moment there's just like the bulk hauler approach, where you just have something that goes around, massive storage, just circulates around the planets and drops off whatever's needed when it's, you know, when it arrives, type of thing. And the other one is to do more sort of point to point, you know, I'm going to take these 5 things and dash between the planets, sort of thing. But you can't really do it so that they only go to places kind of when they're needed. But you can with the parameterisation, sort of ish. But that's not about building platforms, is it? So I could do a video on how to build a platform. But what I was going to say is interesting that you mentioned that, because when I did the Q&A video, one of them has a section that is, as I understood it at the time, some of it I think is slightly wrong, and they changed. So the third of the Q&A videos has like half an hour where it's talking about how to build a platform. But it's a bit undirected and all over the place, and, you know, just a bunch of words in a sense. And that gets quite a lot of views, and it's clearly from people searching how do I build a platform. You know, so it's clearly something people are struggling with. And I did the survey as well and that did come out as a, you know, people struggle with it a little bit, I think. My problem at the moment is I've got too many video ideas and like half-written scripts and stuff. And I just need to knuckle down and do it. But finding the time has been terrible this year, because I had 2 colds, like one after another. And then also work was a bit of a pain in the bum. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle to find the time. But yeah. Because I feel a bit stuck because I don't know how to do that. No worries. A good thing to have too many ideas. Yeah, well, yeah, it is, except you get into paralysis, don't you, of like, well, what do I do next? You know, you just get sort of stuck. Cool. So, let's pop in the rest of these steel furnaces. Hopefully we've made enough as well. This will be alright. But yeah, it is a tricky topic. I think the game is terrible at explaining it as well. It's like, it's just, I mean, it basically doesn't explain it, does it? It's sort of, there isn't really, I mean, Civilopedia gives some, bits of information, but it didn't really explain what to do. I'll be honest, I still don't understand because when I set my first, space science space platform up, and it started dropping, I didn't have it in any kind of group or anything. It wasn't in the same way that, you know, what you'd sort of expect is that if you're building something, so you're building the space science, then you would need a request, which is effectively like an inserter, to drop it down to the planet. And I don't have that. And the other way, of course, is it sticks it in a box, you know, puts it in some box sort of thing, and then the bots move it there. Those are the sort of two ways of doing things. Or put it on a belt, you know, or move it around sort of thing. But fundamentally, you have to have something. So if this is the request, and it's like, you know, I want to make white science, then you have to have something on the other end fulfilling that request. And it seems to just automatically know that if a platform is like full of space science, to drop it down, even though you're not telling this, it's there to fulfill like the white science orders. And I think that's how it all works. It just, even though it's not actually told to fulfill the request, it will fulfill the request. It's just automatically programmed in. But it didn't sort of explain that, you know, because you have it doing, you know, fulfill requests and all. You'd think it would be triggered by the fulfill all requests, or fulfill this request, or what have you. But it isn't. It's just automatically always set to that, so they always drop down the whatever they've got that the planet needs, which is a choice. Basically, it's sort of an interesting way of like designing the system, basically, and it makes sense because I suppose, what else are they going to do? You know, they're not going to do anything else. But it's like that thing of, if you want to tell it to pick up foundries from Nauvis rather than pick them up from Volcanus, then you have to go to that platform and specifically tell it pick them up from Nauvis. You know, when you set it on the other end, you know, say you want to move them to Gleba, there's no way for you to say bring them from Volcanus. You just have to set the platform to pick them up from, bring them from Nauvis. You have to set the platform to do that, you know, automatically. It's sort of like, I don't know, and this is my sort of thing of it, of like, these aren't connected, are they? Separate networks. That's annoying. The reason I think it's partly the reason I think it's confusing is because it just sort of tries to take the problem away. And as Factorio players, we're all sort of used to solving the problems ourselves. But in taking the problem away, it then doesn't explain how it works, you know. I think Trooper, maybe one of his jokey ones, I didn't read it. He did a tutorial on building your first platform, and it's like 2 hours long. And that's Trooper. Trooper does, you know, straight to the point, short comedy, you know, stuff a lot of the time. And he's done how to do platforms, and it's 2 hours long, you know. It feels like I've stalled a bit for some reason. Hello, Sean Blackburn. Blackburn, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Love bumping up to the next level of belts, but I always forget to double up the miners to go along with it. Space age platforms are miles ahead of space exploration ships in complexity. Glad they landed where they did for 2.0. Still would like to see circuit control requests on platforms, though. Oh, you mean not complexity, simplicity? Yeah, I assume. Yeah, so I mean, they're sort of. Yeah, it's I never really on space exploration. I didn't really get to the ships part of it. I just sort of, I don't know. I just couldn't, like, I don't know how to put it. I was at a point where I was kind of, you know, giving up anyway, sort of thing. And I was just like, I don't even understand what half of this is talking about. They are very, very complex in that, which makes sense. I get, you know, from a. Well, they've had to do it in order to get it to work, you know, work around the scripting and all that sort of stuff. Cool. As I say, it feels a little like I've stalled here, like I don't really have a direction. I guess we've given plenty of time, so we should have... Yeah, so we've got bots now. Okay. Presumably means we've got... Yeah, so we've got a couple of hundred of each in the system. Okay. So that should make things a little easier. I do have blue science on the go, and I was just like conserving resources, so we can get them, can't we? Or don't they need... Do they need gold and purple? I always forget with this. Yeah, so cargo size is purple and speed is gold. That's annoying. So we can't really boost them any further. We could do something else that might be useful though. So maybe grid and material processing. Maybe I should do that first though. And then we want to get into the whole... Haven't done anything with lasers yet. Should we pop them on? And get some lasers. I got distracted in a sense because of the whole resources. And we've not really even done that yet. I still need to... You see, you've built this, bots. I didn't want you to build that. Maybe we wait for electric furnaces. And I can mess around with like parameterizing the next level of thing. Okay, let's do that then. So, I appear to be keeping these here. I don't know why. Let's move them out. Up to there, to there. So that's that one. I never did the extra one as a... Okay, we could do that quickly. So if we go put that like that, and then let's just put that in there like that. Get rid of that. This is just adding on, it's just an easy way of adding on an extra, you know, feed in basically of something that's not on the line. Number 3, doo-dee-doo. Cool. So that's that extra one done. Okay, so what am I trying to achieve with this other one? Oh, the bots came and built it. What am I trying to achieve? So if that's my normal, so I say let's just put that there, whatever it is, 2 separate things. Okay. And I beat you to it, bots. You're not quick enough. Haha. Cool. I'm going to connect it with power. Also should be in a login network. It is in a login network. Okay. So the actual next step is for those to become storage chests. And for these to link to the network and say... Problem with that is it's the stack size I want. Maybe I should be setting it as a... Because the idea of this, how I usually manage, you know, the assemblers for working, and what I want to try and recreate with a template that I can just use as I want to, like I can stamp it down on top of everything now, is that I basically say, whatever you got in the network, if it's less than a certain amount, make more. That's basically what this is doing. And I control that with the inserter. So the inserter will not switch on. So here, for example, if we do this gear wheel one, I mean, it's obviously set to 0, but if we say 200, then the inserter goes green because that 100 is less than 200. But that's a stack size that I set. You know, so I wouldn't want that to be 100 for, what's a good example, green circuits, because it's too few. So when I parameterize that, is it going to do that? Because the next one up, and we can't do it obviously because we don't have requester chests, but next one up is a requester omni thing. But what I also want to do is set the filter here. And we don't want that. So if we set that to that one, because I believe that it'll do like, it'll say, right, every place you've placed the same thing, make that all one parameter. I think that's how it's going to work, but we shall see. So we would be doing wires. I say let's just put a different number so that it doesn't double that up. And then your wires. Your wires. Do we also want to try and... No, we'll leave modules because that's adding too much complexity. Cool. So if I blueprint this and we parameterize it, so that, yeah, okay, so those are separate numbers, but are those two linked? It must be. What happens if parameter... Oh, I don't need to put the things in. I was manually doing that. So this was the right one, wasn't it? That's right. And that's left. So make it a parameter. What does it do? Can contain math expression with all the variables specified above. Ah. Variable. What does that mean? Oh, crikey. Ah, item count of ingredient 1 of parameter 0. Item count of ingredient 2 of parameter 0. Okay. Stack size of parameter 0. Ah. So what happens then? What? Okay. What was that? P. So I have to. Oh, crikey. Parameter, presumably P 0. You've disappeared the prompt. P. Crafting time. Stacks. So it's P0 underscore S. Underscore S, lowercase s? Yes. But if I want, so when it says formula, when I do that, are you understand maths operators? I hope so. I actually did something very similar to this once, programming. It's basically you do it with what do you call it? Recursion. Or I did it with recursion. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it. So if that was, this is just testing. So if that was, but what does the variable mean? Optional when specified. This variable can be used in formulas below. Oh, I see. So if you give it a thing, then it will say, well, we want twice as many of this as that. Okay. So that's basically saying, what I'm trying to say is that set it as two times the stack size of whatever I put in. So if we do this one as something different to test it out, so we just put that as we want formula, and then I guess this is P1 underscore S. So it's presumably just short for position 1 or parameter 1 stack size. Okay. Oh, look, you do time and stuff as well. Interesting. So this is the blueprint. Right. So if we pop it down, what does it ask me for? So it says, so I would want, say, that on the right. So I'm flipping it around. And that on the left. And then what have you set all of these to? This is the question. Sorry, what's too slow? So, what are you now set to? 200, which is double the stack size. 200, which ironically is the stack size, but is 1 times the stack size. Okay. And have you got the thing set? You've also got that. Excellent. Huh. Interesting. But can I get it? So if we do it again, let's take a copy of that. Okay. Can I edit the parameters? Reconfigure the blueprint. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So what would I actually want it to be? Can you can't just add a parameter, can you? I wonder if the 200 is just... No, it isn't, is it? Why has that not got... I mean, that was set to 100 and it set it to 200, so it's like overriding it. That's interesting. If I just... Would it work if I put any old junk in there? Which one did I change? Should have done something, shouldn't I, to make that clearer? So there, 100, 200, and that one there is... Oh, it's ignored it. Has it? If we just put a little symbol on here, randomly, so we know which one I'm messing about with. So if I parameterize it there, if I make that like 1, and that like 2, I don't know if it's because it was not a number, as it were. Ah, so it is changing it. But it'll only accept what makes sense, so you wouldn't be able to put... If I put it as a parameter, though... Oh, I'd need to be able to... As in one of the symbols. How do you get the rich text things in? Oh, no. Don't think you can you? But yeah, it won't like that because X is not a number. Yeah, X is not a number. That's a very profound statement. Okay, so that's good. But what I was wondering, you see, is if I could set that to be a variable in and of itself. If I made that X and that Y, were you happy with them? You are, okay. So in theory I could have this be X times 2, could I? I'm just wondering if I could botch it around to give it, which saved it. But it's not going to ask me for X, is it? Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. So, pop it down. So, I don't know. So let's just do plastic. I can't do plastic, can I? Let's do what makes sense in an assembler. A green circuit and a red circuit or something. Now, what have you done? What do? I forget I've not got my own bots on. What have you done here then? So, that's been set to 400. And that's been set to 80,000, which would seem to be 400 times 100, wouldn't it, or something? So it has used it as a variable. Okay. So is there a way for me to botch in an additional parameter? Because how there doesn't seem to be an add extra parameter here. Because what I want is to be able to set the number of stack sizes ideally. So I want this to be a parameter. Available variables. I can count of ingredient 1. Crafting time. Because what it did there, it took that x, which it's worked out as being 2 times 200, and multiplied it by that one. So I know it'll look up and find the number, as it were, and it must therefore, in programming, be a recursive thing. But I don't appear to be able to set that as a parameter. Because what I want is to add an extra row in, basically, and say, do that number. Now, what I could do, I don't think this will work, but if I wonder if I can cheat it, basically. So if I set this as a parameter, call it 6, say, and then let's redo this one, and then we parameterize it. Yeah, so 6 is now a number, because I can move it up and down, you see. I wonder what it does if I delete it. So let's have another go then. So we parameterize it, so we say, and the only one that I care about is this one. Turn that into a parameter. That one as well. And that one has a formula. So if that's just a parameter. So this is just, so right one. Let's call that left. Bing bong bing. Make that a parameter. So that's just x. Or num right stacks. Cool. But I can't set it as I don't want to set it as a formula, do I? I just want it to ask me what that is. So then if I say it would be p position parameter 0 s stack size, and I want it to be I can't do that as a, and it's saying it's a recipe anyway. Is there some code for them? There must be. So, oh no, I can queue it, can't I? No. The one thing it doesn't. Queue that. Can't queue that though. Interesting. But you won't make me paste it. Oh, that appeared to be my name. I'm just wondering if it is a text field that I can paste in. It must be. Okay, we'll have to leave that part of it. Okay, but then if I get rid of that, what do you do? It's still there. Then that's not taken. Yeah, it's gone now. Shall we research both purple and gold? What else do we need for gold? Is it LDSs? Okay. Okay. So I think this is kind of, unless there's a way for me to put those in, this is as good as it gets for this. Because basically I just want to replace all the other, blueprints. All of the other builds, basically, with them. So, where's it gone? There we go. That in there. That in there. Which one was the right one? Did I... Let's have a look, see. So, is that already correct? So you're saying left, that one, right, that one, build it in. Is it doing stack? No, so that's not got the things on it. So that is literally just, wait, that wasn't even right anyway, was it? Oh, that's the old one. Okay. So that's with steel chests, basically. Cool. And then this is the one where we're doing loggy chests. And that's still an extra, so that'll be fine. Anyway, we will chuck that wrong thing there. Put that in there. So, let's have a look, see. So left. Whatever it be, gears. And presumably, yeah, it just ignores you. Okay. Let's put in as 200. Is that the blueprint without? Oh, it's because it's got the 2 there. Okay. Unless, do I want everything to have 2 stacks from now on? Might as well, I guess. Just to be available, as it were. And I can always increase some of them. Oops. So 2 times. So the blueprint. So let's get rid of that again. Cool. So 1 extra bot. Thank you. We pop that down. We say, you know, we want bots and bots or something. And this is now set on 100 because it's 2 stacks, and 100 because it's 2 stacks. This has got the filter. That's got that set. Cool. Okay. This makes sense to me, but it's because of how I build it. I'm sure it's a bit confusing watching it otherwise. So here, for example, I need to be doing that, and then we want. Trouble is, I can't tell what it is now, can I? If I do. So I want mining drills and pumps. So I want. Where are you? Mining drills and pumps. I'm not going to do this on stream. I just want to test it out once, basically. So it'll force build those over the top. So replace the fast inserters. I've put them the wrong way around, haven't I? So no, that's not what we want. Yeah. Why has it done that then? So left is now filter 1. So I've basically written them the wrong way around, haven't I? So 0 is not left. No, 1 is left. Yeah, I called them the wrong thing. Got me lefts and me rights the wrong way around. Unless it's sorted them. Because that's left. And that's right. I know my left and my right. No. No, that was right first time. That is right, and that is left. Is it because it's at... It's automatic... What? I get very confused now. Must be... Yeah, it's quarter to 6, that's why. So when it's showing it there, the 0's on the right, and the 1 is on the left. But then when I put it down, when I pick it up as a thing, it's auto-sorted it. Wow, okay. So how about we go in here and we say that one. Why don't I flip into 1 and 2 anyway? So that would be... Oh, of course that goes wrong, doesn't it? So why are you sorting them? I've got very confused now. So 0 is on the right here. Maybe if I just literally flip them over? But no, we want... So it's going to auto-sort them. So that one just wants to be that, and that wants to be that. So that could be that. And it's kept that because it does have access to that as above. That's very confusing. And now it's put them that way around. What? So there, it's 0 and 1 left and right. But when I come to use it, I know it's right. So if that's that one, and that's that one. I don't know what the heck happened there. That really messed with my head. All this just to replace this. Because what I was going to say, I'll probably do a bit of messing around. I say because I've had a lot more time, I'll probably do the replacement of these, and you know, maybe upgrade this belt and stuff like that before the next stream, rather than have it be done on stream. Because I don't know that you really need. I've forgotten which way around they were again. You really need to see that. So the left one here. So long as you do it properly, is that one, and then that's that one. Are we happy with that? We're okay? I think we're okay. It is interesting it, like, deletes these, though. That's not ideal. But yeah, we've got the filter of the pump jacks. We're saying 40 pump jacks, no more nor less. That's on 100 because they stack to 50, yeah. Cool. Wow, I made that really complicated, didn't I? So yes, I'm not going to say just keep doing that on stream. I know that it works now. I know left is left and right is right now. That one still works because it's a kind of augmenting one, an additional build. So that's like if we need an engine, engines aren't on these lanes. So then I can add a separate one on to put engines into that machine. And then same here, that's built in such a way that actually I need to do that one, don't I? Yeah, I need to do that as well. So I need to take a copy of that. There's copy. Put that there. And I'm just going to edit that so it has got a chest on. Cool. So, you then, let's just say, what's a simple one? Do that, say. I mean, really, I guess this should have... That's ought to be irrelevant, isn't it? Yeah, but this needs to be one of them chests. It then needs the whole filter thing going on. Same idea. So we do logistics network. What did I put in? Explosives. No. We'll use a number so that we can identify it. Like that. And then your filter to explosives. Hopefully that didn't go too mad because of recipes and stuff. So that's connected to the logistics network. That's part of the logistics network. Okay. So if we then, oops, redo that. And then we parameterize. And then we want to say all stuff. And then that becomes a parameter. And then that's just num stacks. But we know it's a formula. So it's P0 underscore S. Do you want that to be 2 stacks as well? I guess. 2 stacks of that. I'm just going to put X in so that I know what I'm doing. Cool. So when you build that then, and you ask me for batteries, you're set to batteries, you're set to twice batteries, which we know are 200, so that's 400. You're set to batteries. Excellent. So we have both purple and gold science available. That's good fun, isn't it? How about we do rocket fuel? Huh, Corex is hidden behind rocket fuel, is it? Interesting. Obviously we haven't done uranium at all, have we? Yeah, we need to get into gold science so we can get proper logistics up on request to chest basically. I could also just maybe add that one on. And the braking is always useful, isn't it? Cool. Yes, so I think that's what we want. I keep doing that. And so I put that in there. And we go... Boop. Sorry, no, it's the loggy one. Cool. Yes, so I will replace those variously around the thing. I think about maybe starting a... How are we doing? 5-2. Give or take a little kind of bot. It's too hard. Oh, no, putting that. See, power getting the bots to do it for me. That's what we like. Okay. So, we unlocked a whole load of stuff, basically. Including electric furnaces. Because what I'm thinking is that these ones down here, I'll just go straight for electric furnaces. So we can build some electric furnace stacks. And they can be red belt straight off then. Probably going to need more power. Always need more power. And that's not really coping. Obviously these aren't actual balanced blueprints. In fact, I seem to have an awful lot of solar panels for an awful low number of... Because it's... What is it? I can never remember the ratio offhand. It's like 25 to 24. So we would have 4... we should have very nearly 600 accumulators as well. Because we're not anywhere in the region of those being significant differences. Cool. Oops. We're not annoying anybody yet. Yeah, so I'm thinking electric furnaces there. We've upgraded all of these already. That's good. But then we can just do some point-to-point. If this gets low... In fact, that's the other thing I'll probably do, is stick in some point-to-point on them. The tricky part is these are right next to each other. So I can't really feed, like on the other one where I've fed the line down. What's happened there? Bizarre. Don't know how that's happened. What was I saying? Yes, so I can't really, just do a line next to them because they're right next to each other, which was dumb. So I might have to sort of loop them round, or... In fact, the stone's on this side. In fact, there's stone there. So I could bring the stone in and the iron in on this side anyway. And just, take the belts round like that. And then we can red belt more of this. Did I ever do the second? I have done level 2 modules. Let's put them in then. So if we go to there, to there, to there. What else? Oh, blue circuits. So yeah, we need to put blue circuits in there, don't we? And ideally somewhere this could get at them. What I could do is I could combine these lines together. Just over here. So we then got, half iron, half copper. Because you're getting into the territory where the, the lower level intermediates are not quite as used. And so that would then free up 2 lanes here. I'm quite determined to keep this, basically. Until maybe, as I say, if I go mega base or something like that. Okay. But anyway, the other thing it needs is red circuits, is it? Yeah, red circuits. Yeah. So, put them in. Oh. Means cleaning the lines off again, though. Yeah, so let's do that. And then that's the type of thing, as I say, I'll kind of sort out. So then we can basically add blue circuits on there. Now, hopefully, yeah, this is where the acid is, you see. So we can almost certainly add in a little bit of blue circuit production. It's probably better off spacing them out. Like so. No. Conveniently, the red and the green circuits are on the other side. So we can, hopefully, get them fairly easily. And then we can put them on here, basically. But yeah, I'm going to have to correct anything where, where I'm pulling iron plate from there, it's not going to be on there. When I say that, I could side load it on there, couldn't I? And then it would, yeah, that would be better. So if we keep that like that, do it like that instead, then we're going to have, a while before that clears off. No, I've not side loaded that. There we go. Cool. So we still end up with half a unused belt. We can pick up something else on. And then that in there. But that means the iron one then is going to have the blue circuits on. So this needs to be Accessing them there. Like so. So eventually, blue circuits should get down to there. Ironic of just making a parameterized one and then basically ignoring it. Got to go, yes. Thank you for stopping by, Arnold Plays. I'm nearly finished. Oh, I'm literally going to do me in. I needed to fix something, I forgot. So yeah, if we connect this just up here. But yeah, I'm basically done anyway. I'm going to be ending for the day. Then we should finally get some blue circuits. There they are. And I'll just leave this for when I need more, basically, I think. Okay. We've now got rocket fuel. Excellent. And lasers. Awesome. Lots of lovely things to build. So yeah, it ended up being a bit scrappy, this one. But that is it for today. What I was realising I forgot to... I put the picture of what I'm playing in the little thing there. And I keep meaning to add Satisfactory on. And I keep forgetting. So I need to do that. But yes, that's it for today and for this week for Factorio. I will, as I mentioned, do a little bit of work between streams. I won't like build anything new, but I will like clean up the belts that I was talking about and, you know, replace all of the builds with the logistics-based ones so that, you know, they work automatically with it without me having to mess about, and I can start doing logistics requests to my inventory and all the good automation stuff that Factorio gives us. But I'll do that, you know, because that's going to be a bit boring. I might even set up some of those train lines I was talking about, you know, the point-to-point ones. And we'll come back and do more interesting things, because if I'm going to do proper steel, you know, electric furnaces with trains and stuff like that, I should probably work out the whole dynamic way of doing it, even if it's not how I end up generally playing, just so that I know how it all works. So that's the type of thing we'll do on stream, I think, rather than me, you know, hours of me, you know, picking things up off of belts and getting bots to clean up belts and all that sort of stuff. So yes, that's what we will be returning with next week. Tomorrow we will be picking up on Satisfactory. I have not touched Satisfactory, even though I was again talking about doing some off-stream stuff. I can't remember what we're doing next. I think we're working on no, I didn't actually finish that second elevator part, did I? So we need to build that. We then need to do the third elevator part for the next phase, because I think... No, I need steel, that's it. I need steel to do any of the milestones, which is what I'm setting up. And I got the numbers wrong on the steel. So I don't have excess production like I thought I was going to. So we might have to do a little bit of rethinking there, because we have excess iron. And I think I got the coal. So we should be able to make excess steel, which I can then use to do milestones as well as the elevator parts. And we can do the elevator part, yes. So I have remembered, I've done a remembering as to what we're doing tomorrow. But yes, that'll be Satisfactory tomorrow, same time as today, start 3 o'clock till 6. I stream every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, starting at 3 p.m. GMT, or British time, UK time, because we're about to switch over at some point to summertime, and going on for 3 hours. If you are new here, if you're watching on Twitch, then you can also watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also watch on Twitch. I'd usually stream to stream to both at the same time. On my YouTube, you'll also find VODs of all of the archived series that I've done. There's like 8, I think, or something, 7 Factorio series doing all sorts of overhaul mods and SpaceX playthrough. Well, let's call it a playthrough, where I got, you know, stuck basically, as well as the Space Age one I just did recently. All sorts of stuff for Factorio, but then also other building and management games, as I mentioned, Satisfactory, Tectonica, Dyson Sphere Program, both of which I'll be picking up later on in the year. for new series, as well as an archive of a whole load of Friday Facts read-throughs that I did on Factorio, and I'm busy trying to make new videos talking about Factorio, speculating in particular. The biggest demand was for law-type speculation and analysis and that sort of thing, so I'm busy working on the script for them. If you wanted to follow me on socials, basically I post when I'm live. They are there. Blue Sky in particular is where I'm a little bit more active, but I don't tend to use social media particularly at all. Well, apart from YouTube and Twitch, I guess. So that's everything. That's all my promos. If you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.